final of the Bob Jane Telecom Vodafone Nascar's 40-lap race. Neville Lance and Terry Wyhoon leading off the front row of the grid with their Ford Thunderbirds, the 14 and 25 cars. Next up, George Elliott and Marshall Brewer. Brewer, a winner last time out here at the Goodyear Thunderdome. Gene Cook and Kim Jane. Jane, the current points leader, off the third row of the grid. Jane going for 3 in a row. Bob Middleton, Ken James, Eddie Abelnika and John Faulkner round out the top 10. Lights are out off the pace car. Pace car has pulled into pit lane, and we are getting the first of 2 races tonight at the Goodyear Thunderdome underway for the Nascar Grand Final. Green flag is waving, and Lance has put the pedal to the metal, and Marshall Brewer's gone in hot pursuit. Terry Wyhoon is in all sorts of drama. He actually stopped on the warm-up, and Kim Jane has just gone on by.
Yeah, don't know what the problem is with Wyhoon's car. He's pulling out of the tow now, so everything looks like it's okay as far as the BP car care team is concerned, and he dives under the Shell Helix machine going into turn number 3.
Monte Carlo currently sitting in second spot. We must welcome, while just thinking of George Elliott, a former champion, and there is Neville Lance. We welcome back to the Goodyear Thunderdome, who started off the back row of the grid in the number 3 Vodafone Fastphone car, Brad Jones, just a 6-time champion here at the Goodyear Thunderdome, 5 times in Oscar, once in NASCAR.
But he hasn't raced in NASCAR for 4 years. Started off the back, as Gerald just said, already up to 10th position. And he's not in championship contention, of course, because he hasn't run so far throughout the 98-99 NASCAR season. But he's a race winner. He's won more races here at the Goodyear Thunderdome than any other driver, and he has the ability to upset the championship hopes of some of these guys, as does George Elliott, the double 5 machine, now right on the tail of our race leader, Neville Lance.
Joining us for the first time this evening in the commentary box after finishing fairly well in the Oscar category in the chase for the championship, Nathan Preddy, the DeWalt Tools team driver. And Nathan, that first race didn't have the best of result. You appear to be down a little bit on horsepower, but like these guys, there's another race remaining. Viewers at home will see that next week. You're going out tonight, you're going for the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a few problems with that first race with the car handling and lack of speed, so we'll make a few adjustments. The guys are back there working on it now, and hopefully we can get it up to speed and have a good result in the last race.
George Elliott looking for the inside line on Neville Lance as they go into turn number 1, the 55 FAI Lockheed's Hotel. Monte Carlo is into the lead, and here comes Terry Wyhoon. Well, it didn't take him long to get back on the pace of the 25.
Cup is the most successful super speedway series in the world, and in terms of the number of spectators it draws to the racetracks, it's the biggest racetrack. Oh, there is Lance getting it wrong in turn number 2, spinning up the back straight, running for King Coil and Auto Pro, of course. The 14 car, Gerald, just seemed to snap away from him.
Well, the King Coil car recoiled out of that turn number 2 and luckily kept it off the cement wall. George Elliott still out in front of the FII Home Security Lockheed's car. And no doubt George Elliott will be out in front. People at Lockheed's are going, this is fantastic, George, and they're sticking more money in those pokies.
That's right, and George is thinking, there might be a new book in this. the day my whole life went before my eyes. But look at Wyhoon really starting to close now. So once again, a classic Chevrolet Vita. Here he comes, a 27 Chevy Monte Carlo looking for the inside run on Elliott. Blows by on the straight. And now crew chief John Sidney in the pit saying, OK, Kimbo, we're looking good. We're shooting for 3 in a row. It's level on points now between the 2 championship contenders. Let's just see what we've got left.
Well, the coin might be called out. The toss, a champion car care car. The 25 Ford Thunderbird, constructed entirely in Australia, has shown impressive speed. There's Kim Jane on screen, 2-time champion, the Bob Jane Team Art Goodyear Chev Monte Carlo. We've got drama on the racetrack. Eddie Abelnika is there, and also the 48 car of Paul Stocker. This will bring out the yellow caution, no doubt about that. It is flying here at the Goodyear Thunderdome. The old Cutlasses are both in trouble there. Let's go to one of the replays, and we'll just see a bit of a pack here. And it looked as though Stocker, we can't say, but it looked as though Stocker just come down that little bit on Abelnika. Jimmy Ellis, our guest commentator from the Oscar race, just snuck on by Nathan. You just take one big deep breath and hang on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had a big accident at the Grand Prix, so it'd be nice to squeeze on by that one with a straight car and get on with his championship run.
But I think Jimmy Ellis might have had a little touch. Let's have another replay. We see the cars up on the wall. Ellis skids out of the left of screen. Stocker backwards in the wall. Bang, a second collision from Adelanika. And not much you can do about that.
Another view here. Let's just have a look and see how Ellis went. James went down the inside. Ellis got the tap. Good driving. The GB galvanising Phil Monday panels team kept it off everything. Our leaders went by. Let's go through the top 5. It's Terry Wyhoon, Kim Jane, George Elliott, Marshall J. Brook. Pace car is off and green flag is at the ready. In this 40-lap NASCAR final, we are on lap 16, about to complete 16. So we're on lap 17, and Terry Wyhoon out in front of Kim Jane, George Elliott in 3rd. We have got Marshall Brewer in 4th spot, and G. Cook in 5th. Bradley Jones just moved up to the 6th spot on his return to the 1.1 mile, 24-degree banked oval of the Goodyear Thunderdome. But at the moment, lapping in the high 28-second per lap range and low 29-second a lap range. So not running as quick as what he used to, but Nathan, no doubt it takes a little bit of time to get reacquainted with the style required to get around the Thunderdome fast.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, this place can bite you pretty fast because of these cars. They're very heavy. 3,500 pounds can really sort of shoot you up into the wall before you know it. So Brad's just really hasn't had a hell of a lot of time in the car, so he just wants to set himself up in it.
Well, there is the Slick 50 Rain-X car, also Vision car alarm car of John Faulkner. Another one of the drivers making his return to NASCAR racing here tonight. The 34 Chev Monte Carlo from Scott Williams and Schwantz Pro Racing team. It looks as though he's been told to cut it. He is out for the evening.
He's moved now. He's been taking a quarter of a second to lap off Wyhoon, and now there's not that much between them as Kim actually has a look at Terry going into turn number 3. They come out onto the D here at the Calder Park Thunderdome, the Goodyear Thunderdome Tri-Oval, and actually shows the nose of the Chevy Monte Carlo to Terry Wyhoon and says, okay, mate, we are level on points. We know what's going on. This is the race for the championship, and I am not going to go away. The 27 Bob J T-Mart's machine looks very, very strong.
Nathan, Kim Jane looks to be carrying a lot of speed into those turns, and it appears as though Terry Wyhoon isn't getting the BP car care car through the turns happily.
He might have a problem with the turn into the car, but his exit speed looks to be equal to Kim's, so if Kim gets past him, I mean, both these guys are very serious about winning the championship. Kim obviously is 3rd and Terry is 1st. I'm sure, you know, these guys...
Well, Kim Jane got that loose coming out of 3 that time. The back stepped out. There goes experience at show. The 27 Bob Jane T-Mart car stayed online, kept off the cement wall.
Certainly did. John Sydney Racing, JSR, is the organisation that runs Kim Jane. John Sydney, a Melbourne-based engineer team, is relying on John Sydney Racing to provide the horsepower in his 5-litre Ford Falcon supercar.
Bit of traffic coming up for our leaders. Terry Wyhoon right on the tail of the Revell Wet Paint 01 car of Ken James. He looks to the outside line. Kim Jane, let's not get confused, goes the inside line. The 27 goes into the lead. Wyhoon back to 2nd. This makes the championship gap 10 points.
And 10 laps to go, including the one they're on. So that was the perfect move for Jane. He really boxed him in there, didn't he, Nathan? Really gave him nowhere to go.
Yeah, that sort of thing happens now and then. Yeah, obviously, Kim made the right decision by going under Ken, and Terry unfortunately lost out, going around the outside. But yeah, those sort of things happen. It's just racing.
Let's go to a break. Kim, break quick set of tyres.
Yeah, that's correct. And then they've got another set to go on any time in a pit window, I think, for the next race. So, as I said, the strategy is really going to come down to it. So.
Oh, we have got drama on the racetrack. The 55, the FAI home security car of George Elliott. Lockie's Hotel. Tell you what, feed some money into the pokies. George Elliott has stuck it in the cement wall. No doubt he'd be ringing FAI insurance and saying, hey, I've got some panel damage. Let's get this fixed. Green flag is waving. Green flag is waving at the Goodyear Thunderdome. 3 clear laps. In fact, we have completed 41 laps in this 40-lap race, but 3 clear sprint laps to the green for the checkered flag up for grabs now.
And Very important that Waihoon tries to get on terms with Jane as soon as possible. Jane won the restart, but Waihoon is really flying now. And this is a straight shootout. 2 to go. Look at Waihoon right behind.
Flag is waving. Kim Jane and Terry Waihoon are going right down to the wire.
And Jane can drive a very, very wide John Sydney Racing Chef Monte Carlo here. He doesn't want to make a mistake because Waihoon is right there. And let's not forget about the fact that Gene Cook's right there as well in the T-Bird. But is it going to be Chev? Is it going to be Ford? Waihoon closes the gap.
This is a beauty. Kim Jane is now about to come out of 4 onto the front straight to accept the checkered flag. Waihoon will not be able to do it. We're going down to a thriller next week. Kim Jane takes the win ahead of Terry Waihoon. There's a happy Kim Jane. Gene Cook in third, Marshall Brewer in fourth, and Bradley Jones in position number 5. Bob Middleton, Jimmy Ellis, Ken